Hey there, it's Jessie here. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for being here. All right, guys, today I'm going to tell lots of little stories. I don't know why, it's just something I feel like getting off my chest. Little tiny stories of when people have been unreasonable. Completely fucking unreasonable. So, are we ready? I'm going to start with the one, it was actually like in preparation for this video. And I was setting my intentions, and I noticed when I say S, so I worked with a colleague once, and she was like a frenemy or like a fake friend. Anyone experience that? I've experienced that a lot in my life. That's been like big energy, big, I don't know why, but I've had a lot of people that sort of love me and hate me at the same time. And started in school and has followed me around ever since, like a few years ago. Now, these are people that like really love me, but hate me. Have you had this? It's very strange when you discover it. When you realize like they will shoot you down any moment they can. This energy grinds my fucking gears. Like, get a life. That's what I feel like saying. Get a life. Really, have you got nothing better to do? Like, why hang out with somebody if they make you feel inadequate? Which I think was what was going on. Anyway, this colleague that I worked with, she used to get really annoyed with me by the way that I said S's. She was like, what are you doing with your S's? She was like, you always draw them out really long. Anything, I would say in plural. Tables, chairs. Cards come out. I don't know, anything with an S, she was like, and I'm like, bitch, what do you want me to do about that? Apologize for how I speak? Consciously think about every time I say an S and shorten it for you. Like, why are you telling me that information? What do you want me to know? Like, all right, just get it off your chest, maybe. But it seemed a little bit obsolete. Let's put it like that. Anyway, a card came out from the Oracle. So that was what I was going to do. And it's called Beloved Radical Acceptance. Radical Acceptance. And it's like a fiery heart. Look at that. This feels good, actually. I've got a new term, which is the still point. Man, I wish I knew the name of the guy. Pam Gregory, astrologer, babe. I just interviewed this guy, Dr. someone. I want to say Robert. God, I should check it. Anyway, I'll link it down below. Fascinating interview. Fascinating. And he refers to the still point, as in like the center of our being, the access point that we all have to source consciousness, the gateway to infinite love. Right inside the still point. Just have to breathe, retain, as in like hold it a minute and find it. Very calming, very loving. I recommend it. Anyway, that's what that card reminded me of. So let's check it out. It's number 2. People like numbers. Beloved. When the beloved appears, it requires 100%. You listening, guys? 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. Let's just take a moment with that, guys. What comes into your mind when I say the ugly parts of you? Ugh. Oh God. No, not that. Anything but that. Can we radically accept that too? The beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, an adventure calling for your full attention. Love it, let it light you up, and give it your all. Surrender to this truth and know that you are gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels that you're being consumed by the fire of the beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid, for you will emerge transformed. Surrender is the key. Allow yourself to be loved. Be love. Usher the harsh critic out of the door. Hold up, weren't we just supposed to be accepting that? Usher the harsh critic out the door and shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you. For they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. This is what I wonder with people who've been really unreasonable with me in life, like the colleague that's hated how I said S's. What does it say there? They'll only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking. Like, do you think that's intentional? Okay, right, we're going off on a tangent. What do you reckon, guys? Do you think people are consciously and intentionally unkind? Right? Now, in my opinion, yeah, I do. And I'll tell you why. Because people have treated me horrifically. Like, I'm a nice person and I will give you all the grace until you show that you're trying to fuck me over, and then I will turn into a wolf. Like, I don't take shit, actually. I don't take fools lightly. There we go. More PC way of saying it. I've gone blank. Yeah, do they do it intentionally? No, in my experience, I'm like, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I tell you how they know. They got a smirk on their face. You know, people who smirk, like they get satisfaction out of your discomfort. Have you experienced that? I have. And I don't bloody like it. Like, that smirk says to me they know what they're doing. Now, I was talking to my friend about this, who's so measured and like compassionate and just thinks the best of everyone all the time, which baffles me actually, but it's very beautiful to be around. And we were having this conversation and he was like, all right, but what about a bully in a playground? Kids, we're talking kids now. And the bully pushes down the other kid and they're smirking. And I was like, well, now it's different. We're talking about kids. It's different because if a kid is bullying another kid, they're probably being bullied at home, or they feel like incredibly insecure and they have somewhere learnt at some point that overpowering another gives them a sense of security. And then they smirk because they're feeling good. They're feeling like, I'm safe, in like a twisted way, right? But it's learned when it's a kid. And his question got me thinking, like, yeah, I can be a lot more forgiving with a kid because I'll be like, hey, are you all right? And then I thought about it. Why can't I grant that compassion and kindness to adults? Like, maybe the same adults that are smirking are just still operating out of their confused, scared, insecure child. But I tell you what, guys, I ain't having it if you're an adult. I just grow up. Like, really, come on. I just feel like you've lived enough life to know that that ain't right. All right, you might not know that it's ultimately harming you in your life at the end of the day, and your deep sense of dissatisfaction will be coming from not operating out of a loving place. That's still point. But you know, not to treat people like a twat, like mean. Do you? What do you guys think? What do you think? Are they the same? Do we need to grant the same kindness and compassion to adults who smirk? I'm going to finish reading the book. Here we go. Be careful you are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary ability. Extraordinary. Never got that word. Extraordinary. I guess it's like like beyond ordinary. But it just makes me think it's like even more ordinary. Extraordinary ability to sabotage your dreams and desires. Sink with and sink into your heart. Still point. And trust your sense of what is true, and you will know what to do. The true beloved is never false. Every gift proffered is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad you did. I don't know, did you glean anything from that? Is it what you needed to hear? I'm going to leave it there. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're completely new and you like this, hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful life. We've got this.